When we have winter weather, we want to make sure that we're dressing appropriately for the elements. In this case, it means wearing multiple layers of clothing to help trap and conserve your body heat. So when the weather's a little chilly, you would add 1 or 2 layers of clothing, and as the weather gets colder, adding more, such as an additional layer and a hat and gloves when it gets cold, and when the extreme temperatures come, having as much as 3 or 4 layers, one of which would be insulating, and having additional face covering that makes sure that you're limiting the amount of exposed skin. Taking these precautions can make the difference between a safe trip outdoors and one that is unsafe. When preparing your car for winter weather, it's important that you're making sure to perform routine and adequate maintenance. This would include checking your tires for adequate tread and pressurization, making sure that your oil and fluids are changed on a regular basis, and that your battery is in good working condition. Cold conditions can limit the amount of battery space and battery capacity by as much as 50%. Keeping these tips in effect will make sure that your vehicle is in operational order as we move throughout the winter season. When preparing for safe winter travel, it's important that you make sure your vehicle has the correct and necessary equipment on hand to deal with any emergency situations that might arise as a result of winter weather. This means that this time you should be checking your car for adequate supplies such as jumper cables, a shovel, water, food, extra blankets, and warm clothing, just in case you should find yourself stranded on the side of the road during inclement weather conditions. This will allow you to survive and to wait out the storm until help can arrive. As winter weather approaches, we realize that there might be times that you find yourself without electricity and needing to utilize a generator. We want to urge you to make sure that you're following the manufacturer's instruction manual very closely in the use and operation of that generator. We also want to urge you to make sure that you're keeping that generator at least 20 feet away from any sort of windows or doors in order to limit the potential for carbon monoxide poisoning. Also, you want to make sure that you're considering that generator's protection from the wind and water, as water and electricity do not mix and can lead to a bad time and an unsafe condition for everyone. As winter weather approaches, it's important that you take some simple precautionary actions to help protect your home against any potential losses as a result of the cold weather. One simple action that you can take is to check your sprinkler system and ensure that it's properly winterized. This means shutting it off and making sure that it's drained if necessary. Also, be sure to check your outdoor faucets and disconnect any sort of hoses, as doing so will prevent costly water breaks that might ruin your day and that of your neighbors.